Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David and I am here to help you learn English better and to give you different methods to learn and to speak better. So what I want to do today with you is actually ask myself questions in order for you to hear real English and for you to hear good, authentic English. Now you can do this while you're driving, you can do this while you're running, you can do this. But these are questions that I ask my students and I want to jump into it right now. Because I don't really have a lot of time to speak when I'm with my students. They don't get to know me. But in this way, you will get to know me better. So the topic today is backpacking. Backpacking is like trekking, if you heard it. Or it's like hiking. It's pretty much going out into the wilderness, into the forest, by yourself or with a group, with a tent or something like this, with food, and you go for 2-3 days, for weeks, I don't know, but it's supposed to be a journey in an adventure. Have you ever been backpacking? Yes, I have been backpacking. I've done it many times. I was a camp counselor when I was 18 years old, and I remember we did it. And before that, I had been even a camper. So I had done it many times before I actually led hikes. So I liked it. I really did. And I found myself loving to backpack. I found myself that it was an incredible experience that I won't ever forget. And I have many stories. I could even tell you one story where one time I was with a group of campers and I was the lead head counselor for that trip, and I needed to take these kids, I think it was for 3 days, which was like 2 nights and 3 days. And before that, we had to pack our bags with food and equipment and different things, you know. And I remember feeling a little nervous because I was only 18, but again, I had done these hikes before. So question number 2. What are the advantages of backpacking? I believe that there are many advantages. I think for one, that you get to go into the wild and you get to enjoy nature. And if you go with someone, let's say a friend, or if you go with a group, you really get to know them on a different level. And you can have really great talks. And you're pretty much surviving out in the wild, and I love that. And you see animals and you take in all of the nature, and I think it's a great thing. And I think after the hike you feel amazing. Yes, you appreciate things even more. Appreciate means when you really love that you have something, and that you really say to yourself, wow, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so thankful for this. This is when you appreciate it. You can tell people that you appreciate them. You can tell them at work, okay? Anything. But I want to get into the next thing. I can go off forever. Let's go to question number 3. Question number 3 is backpacking better than taking a package holiday? Again, is backpacking better than taking a package holiday? I believe that, you know, it's nice to do both. For example, one time, me and my wife decided to go with another couple and to split, and to split at the second half of the trip. So the first half of the trip, there was a couple with us. We drove to the Dead Sea. We camped out. We set up a tent on the Dead Sea. It was amazing. We were out until 2 in the morning in the Dead Sea, you know, and it was so nice to be underneath the stars and to float and not be worried that something dangerous was going to happen to you, you know what I mean, like a shark, because in the Dead Sea nothing lives there, you know. And then after that we drove and we went to a lot and we stayed and camped out again, just me and my wife, on the Red Sea. And we were at the Red Sea for 1 night, so that's 2 nights together. We were at the Dead Sea and then we were at the Red Sea, and the following 2 nights we actually did a hotel. So we kind of did, you know, both things. We got to feel the nature a little bit, and then we got to feel spoiled, you know, and have a nice room with a shower and all the facilities. So I think, you know, there are advantages to both, and when it comes down to it, I would say I would like to do both. You know what I mean? Not just one, to do both. Question number 4. What do you think when you see backpackers in your country? I feel like they're on a journey, they're on a mission, and sometimes it reminds me, hey, you know, you got to do that too. You should go do that, you know? So it does remind me, hey, get back out there, go hike, go see the nature, and I might even plan it into my schedule after seeing these people. Question number 5. Have you ever stayed at a backpacker's or similar budget accommodation? I have never done that. No. Number 6. Is backpacking generally something for younger people? I do not think it's just for younger people. I think older people do it too. And I think even when you're retired, you know, let's say when you hit the age of 67 and you want to do something, I think going outdoors at 67 years old is not only healthy, but it's also a wonderful experience that maybe you didn't have enough time because usually you were at work and you're with the kids and grandchildren. Now this is the time when everyone is free and they have some extra hours in their day. They can actually go for a hike for a day, for like a day trip, or they can go for a hike, let's say, for a week or two, you know, whatever they decide. So I think it's not generally for younger people. I think all ages do it. Number 7. Do you think backpacking is done only by those with little money? Absolutely not. I think people with money also do it. And there's no way that it's just for, you know, people with little money. I think if you backpack, it's for all ages because people love it. And if you love it, you will do it. Question 8. How do you think backpacking around the world would change a person? Oh my goodness. That is a huge question. I think, for example, if you guys know who Roy Sedan is, he cycled 6 continents, and I don't know the number of countries, but I think more than 100 countries, and it definitely changed him, you know? And yes, he was away from society, he was away from work, and he was away from the daily routine, but he got to experience every day, every minute, every hour of his day something new. And I think you really get to know yourself on a mental level, on a physical level, on a spiritual level, and I really recommend doing it. I think it can change you in so many different ways and make you a strong person. Number 9. Is it better to go backpacking alone or with friends? Is it better to go backpacking alone or with friends? I believe if you do things alone, again, you're going to have like an internal experience and, you know, you won't have as many distractions. But yes, like you're on a different level. You're on a survival mode for one thing, like you're all by yourself. You have to be a little bit smarter. You have to really know yourself. You have to know where you are. You have to plan. You are the manager of the trip. You are the planner of your trip. Whereas if you're with other people, you can rely on them, you can give them other duties and responsibilities. Maybe it's less stressful. But I think, you know, on one level, when you are with, you know, when you are by yourself, you actually get to experience it in a whole different way because it's all about you and, you know, it can take you to another level. I don't know. I wouldn't try it because I do believe it's dangerous. But if you are that kind of person, I would say, you know, wow, you know, that's an amazing person right in front of me. If you do it with a group, I think, again, it brings you closer to those people. You're less, you know, dependent on yourself. You can depend on others. And let's move to the next question. Number 10. Do you think backpackers are similar to hippies? I don't think they're similar to hippies at all. But you know, hippies are, from the way I see it, are people that are like into peace and, you know, like into music and to go into festivals and stuff like that and being with groups. And I feel like when it comes to a backpacker, again, like you're out in the wilderness this is your festival, you know. This is what you want. You want to see things, you want to experience things, you want to do things that are on a different level. So I don't think they're the same, you know, because of drugs and things as well. I mean, maybe some backpackers do drugs, but they don't do hardcore drugs like hippies did. And I don't know, maybe that's a biased statement. You can check it. But anyways, look, the idea here was that I was speaking and answering questions. I think you could do the same thing. You can easily take questions off the internet and answer them yourself and see how it can help you. It's going to make you think. It's going to make you talk. It's going to make you be under pressure because you're in front of a video camera. I feel all of this can benefit you. So this is one way that you can learn. I hope you learned a little bit from just me speaking. Again, I have subtitles, so you can look at those. And if you want, subscribe to my channel. I'm David Sugarman, and I would love to talk to you more. Bye for now, guys.